Well, hello there. Welcome back to another thrifting trip with me. If you're new, this is your first time watching one of my videos, nice to meet you. My name's Jade, and I am a vintage home decor reseller in little old Omaha, Nebraska. And I'm going to be thrifting today to search for treasures, which is why you're here, right? To see me search for treasures. Um, some for my Etsy shop, but always and mostly for me and my own hoard of vintage treasury goodness things. Looking for mid-century, mostly just really eclectic, lots of fun, kitschy. So that's what we're on the hunt for today. I've been getting a lot of comments recently, or not comments, messages, both to my Instagram and to my what's the other one called? Etsy. By the way, if you're trying to like get in contact with me and you want to like send me a note, but you don't want it to be public on YouTube, like have a public comment, those are the ways to contact me. For a while, I was going to have a dedicated email address just for YouTube, and I've had some weird things happen. Nothing horrible, just some weird people. And so with both with Etsy and with Instagram, I can block people. So that's the best way to reach me. Reach me. So on Etsy, it's peachandolivevintage.etsy.com. It's linked down below. And my Instagram is at peachandolivevintage. Anyway, so I've had quite a few people like reaching out to me asking for tips about reselling. Like a lot, actually, which is such a nice compliment that you think that I might know and that I'm not just constantly guessing my way through this. Now, I am fortunate that my mom is a longtime reseller, a very long time reseller. So I've gotten a lot of tips from her, but a lot of things I've just learned from trial and error, which sometimes is the best way for me to learn anyway. So I thought I might start sprinkling them into videos at the end of videos, the little bits of knowledge I have. Not every video. And I'm going to put at the end that just in case you're here, like I'm only here to watch you thrift. I don't want to see any of that. It'll be at the end of the video, if that makes sense. So today I wanted to talk about like a common question I get is what's the most popular thing that sells? What's the thing that sells all the time for you? So I only have a few things that I always pick up when I'm in a thrift store. Always, because I know they're going to sell. So yeah, so if you want to see that, stay till the end, but yada, yada, yada. Let's get thrifting. We're going to start at New Life Thrift, one of my favorite thrift stores here in Omaha. The prices cannot be beat. They're so good. Let's go. This frame sure is cool. Oh wow, it's so heavy. That is such a neat frame. Oh, it's not old, it's newer. Goodwill tag. 98 cents. See what I mean by their prices are so great? 98 cents, but Goodwill wanted 3. Even though 3 isn't bad either. I think I'm probably gonna pass on it. Oh man, just because it's new? Sorry that I was prejudiced against you because you're new. Man, it's cool though, right? Maybe like World Market or Pier 1? I might regret that. We'll see. What is this frame? Oh yeah? Ooh, I love that frame. 85 cents? Absolutely. This print is fantastic. It's absolutely enormous. $7. The first notice season walking at National Park. Isn't that cool? It's very like vintage, right? Like it looks like very 1960s. $7. Too big for me. Too big to resell. Yeah, that's cool. This guy is fun. Look at his happy face. Ooh, no chips. $4.97. Dude, so German, right? I think he has such a happy little face. This is a good example of things that don't sell great for me, like any figurine of little kids. Sometimes they sell, but it's not like, now, if this was just a dog, let's say it was a dog with this umbrella, it would sell in seconds. I mean, he's filthy, he needs to be cleaned, but he's so cute. I think I better pass on him. Bye, little guy. Glad you're having fun walking in the rain. How bizarre. I just saw this on my last thrifting trip. It's like I had never seen it before ever, and now I've seen it 2 in 1 week. Isn't that funny? It's plastic. Even though it's plastic, I still think it's very cute. Oh, speaking of that, you guys see this little scar on my hand? Somebody asked me about this in my last video. Like they were actually concerned that maybe it was a growth and maybe I need to be careful of skin cancer. I burned myself like a month and a half ago, so it's just a scar. But if any of you know any, I don't know, any tips or tricks for getting rid of scars, please comment down below. Let me know. Some rain was fall, but this is ridiculous. That is funny. 98 cents, 1973. That is so funny. That would be a great gift to give to somebody, who's going through it, which who isn't going through it, right? It's interesting. I would think it would go like this, but these are hangers, right? Yeah. Oh, it used to say memo. Did it have a little plaque or something? $1.55. So maybe you put a notepad in there. Okay, we figured it out together, right, team? Good work, team. It's a cute little guy. Little wooden car. 275. He's very cute. Debating. The things that are constantly going through my head. Car things don't sell. Doesn't really matter because it's so cute. Yeah, they're gonna pass. Man, I just walked through all of these dishes and I didn't really see anything today, which is okay. You can't always win them all, right? But now I'm over in my favorite little section, little metal and wood. Not seeing anything right off the bat. I'm here kind of late in the day. Maybe that's it. Maybe all the other resellers have already been here. Ooh, that's nice. Aluminum base. Well, that's huge. $20. Okay, now I am over in the antique, the more valuable section, and it's kind of picked over too. So I'm not seeing anything. They still have those brass, if you guys remember those from the last video. Let me try to zoom in. There we go. These guys over here, the little brass, they're horse heads, but I can see the sticker from here. They haven't been marked down yet. So I think for today, I'm just going to get that one little frame, and then we'll move on to the next thrift. Got a put away buggy. Some figurine. Oh, that was like Holt Howard. I wonder if it is Holt Howard. I might put that in the cart and then Google it. Oh, that's cool. Little flower in the glass, $3.99. Man, it is filthy. Oh, that's cool. Wow, that is heavy. That has to be a toy, right? I hope that's a toy. Okay, so it's not Holt Howard. But does anybody know what I'm talking about? The series of like little guys he did that were like this, and it's not super valuable. I'll put some comps up on the screen so you guys can see. So I don't think I'm gonna get it, even though I do think it's adorable. It's a pretty little box. Oh, that's very pretty. Made in Japan exclusively for Elizabeth Arden. I wonder if it had powder in it at some point. Really pretty. Not seeing any chips. Yeah, I think I'm gonna put it in the cart. Seeing a ton of clown things here today. Little sad clowns. Oh, that's cute. Little filigree. $3.99. It feels newer. It's still pretty though. What's interesting is this feels like weightless, and this is really heavy. You would think it would be an opposite. Anyway, there's hardly anybody in here today, and normally this place is hopping. It's a pretty little dish. Is it broken on the top? I think it is. That's too bad, because that's really unique, right? Ooh, I wonder what's in here. This Onita? I guess it is. Look at that. Top hat. I would have guessed this was Fenton. Anybody else? I didn't even know Anita made these little hats. Come on. Come on. Let's see how much it is. $4? Yeah, I think it's worth $4. This is interesting. Banana? No. Oh, I think it's a boat. With somebody in the boat, right? That is really interesting. Oh man, it doesn't have a price. They did tell me the last time I was at this specific Goodwill that to ask, they might give a price. Look at this old Norman Rockwell. Norman Rockwell is one of those things that, or one of the artists, I guess I should say, that I always love looking at, but I don't have any Norman Rockwell art up in my house. This is pretty. Little butterfly. Okay, we all know I love a trivet. This one is massive. It's brass, too. Oh my gosh. I don't know that I've ever seen one this big. Copyright 1950, Queen Anne Cipher, Williamsburg? What on earth? $6. It's humongous. Isn't it supposed to be an A for Anne, maybe? Okay, so yeah, it is supposed to be, I don't think I've ever seen a trivet this big, but that is supposed to be an A for Queen Anne. It's not very valuable. They only sell for about $15 online, 15 to 20. So I'm gonna leave it behind, but yeah, it's kind of cool, right? I might regret that. You guys know how I feel about trivets. So funny to me that I'm seeing shells now all the time, when shells are something that I didn't really notice before. Not like this, not just like loose shells. Ooh, buttons. But ever since I had that in my video about shells and shells being valuable, they're cute. A little spency, I think. Anyway, now I'm seeing them all the time. These are cute. Those are adorable. Wow, full set. I have a couple of these at home. I've never tried to sell them. I don't know how they sell. Do any of you know? Oh, it just makes me so sad, right? Not that the frame is broken, but somebody donated it with the baby picture inside of it. They couldn't take the picture out. Oh. Anyway, on to more positive things. This thrift store is so dead compared to how it normally is. Normally, it is like packed to the brim with people and resellers, but today there's hardly anybody here. I can actually stretch out. I don't feel uncomfortable. I have to read this. God intended for us to speak more than we listen. That is so true. No truer words have been spoken than that. I mean, it's like they're following me around now. So that one is super cool. Super duper cool. Look at that. Those colors are beautiful. Should I buy it? Would you guys buy it? Again, I know nothing about shells. $4, but I love the coloring. Let's get some chips. So maybe not. I know one of you is going to be like, that's such a huge mistake. Oh, this is neat. It's new. It's not old, but it's still cool. Oh my gosh, it's so heavy. Really cool, right? From Pier 1. Oh my goodness, it was so heavy. Some little angels. That's cute. Another pretty trivet. Oh, that's a really pretty trivet. I love the wood surround on that. I think I've decided to lean into my trivet addiction. I'm not even going to try to fight it anymore. That one's really pretty. Made in Italy. This is cool packaging. I wonder what the knife and fork look like. Do they have like really cool handles or something? Isn't that a great box? I might try to open it up just to peek inside. See if they'll let me cut it open. But for now, I'm going to put it in the cart. Another put away buggy. So enjoying it for playing checkers, I'm guessing. Some more clowns. Somebody must have had a massive clown collection. Yeah, even more in there. Look at all those. Wow. Oh, I like this pot. Is it the kind that plugs in? Yeah, it is. Ooh, it's all dinged up too. That's too bad. $8. That seems high to me. These are cute. Are they like little ferrets? Those are so adorable. No price. That means they're like standard cut price, maybe $1.99. These are so cute. Those are pretty baskets. Or basket, I should say. Ooh. Stay, pretty basket, stay. That is beautiful. That would be great. Like in a gallery wall. Super 70s. I love that. Doesn't look like it was really used. Maybe a couple little scuffs. But I actually think it's good it doesn't have a price, because then it might only be $1.99. Yeah, we'll put that in the cart. This is darling. I don't think it's old or valuable, but isn't it cute? The little mushrooms, so adorable. What are those? Oh, for shower curtain, right? Shower curtains. Some hairpins. Okay, so I asked somebody and they said, absolutely, you can open it. And when I went to go open it, somebody had already done it. So it's easy, but these are actually super cool. They're like stainless steel and wood, if you can see that through the plastic. It's already opened. Wow, they've never been opened. It's like plugged through, so I don't think these have ever been used. Wow, is that possible? Anyway, so I'm gonna get them for sure. I might keep them, I might sell them. This plate, I might keep it, I might sell it. The print, I might keep it, I might sell it. The little Elizabeth Arden dish I'm gonna sell, as well as the hat, the Oneida, or is it Oneida? Does anybody know how it's pronounced? I didn't even know they made hats. Beautiful, crystal, gorgeous. So look for that to show up in my shop. This too, maybe. Big maybes to these other things because I might be keeping them. We'll see. Okay, you guys want to hear something funny? As soon as I told you, wow, there's hardly anybody here. It's normally super packed. A flood of people came in. So many people, which just serves me right for saying those words out loud. Anywho, so I just dropped my little one off and with my husband. And now I am at a thrift store I haven't been to in a long time. The Thrift World. It's right between St. Mary's and Leavenworth here in Omaha. I mean, I haven't been here for a long, long time. Last time I was here, it was so expensive. And one of you guys was like, no, give it another chance. I find good stuff there all the time. So I'm giving it another chance. But you know what? Everything's gotten expensive anymore. Goodwills have gotten expensive. Thrift Worlds have gotten expensive. But yeah, anyway, let's go in. Hopefully find some treasures. Let's give it a chance. This is interesting. A dolphin. I feel like these kinds of things are always chip here, face chip there. $7. I don't know why. They're just so fragile, right? Still cute. Oh, this guy is funny. Look at that little beaver looking over his shoulder. He is so cute. Oh, and he's priceless. You're cute. This guy is sweet too. He's sitting on a box of chocolates. Cute. $2. That is so sweet. I might put that on the cart. Oh, I love these little houses. It's a music box, right? Or it was a music box. Ooh, it is dirty. $5. Does he work? No. That's too bad. Adorable, though. Oh, I like this live edge nut bowl. I have a few for sale already, so I'm not going to get another one. $5. I still love them, though. Oh, I like this little shelf. That is darling. Little leaf, $2.98. That's adorable. Getting that for sure. Just like a cuckoo clock, maybe. That's it. It's plastic. It feels like when I was looking at it from afar, it looked old. Oh, hilarious. It's from Disney, from Haunted Mansion. That is so funny. So those are supposed to be eyes. Oh, this is cool. Kind of like kitschy grandma, right? With the little... Those are cute. Oh, it doesn't have a price. Oh, it does. Here it is. $4. I feel like that's worth $4. I love this sort of thing. It actually makes me think of my grandma. I will say it doesn't seem to have as much stuff as the other thrift worlds. Like it feels maybe like a little bit more sparse here. But the prices aren't as bad as they were the last time I came, so that's good. Well, these three are adorable. $10. $10. Ooh, for all three? No. $10 a piece. That one is chipped. Ouch. I mean, they're adorable. But they're not $30 adorable. This is beautiful dish. $4 German, maybe? It's Noritake. Wow, that's old Noritake. I didn't know Noritake made dishes this old. We learn something new every day, right? Ooh, this marigold glass is beautiful. Gorgeous. $5. I like these candle holders. I think those are Avon together. That's interesting. Is that a vase? $10. What's this up here? Oh, a cutting board. What's some lamps? Oh, that's funny. I just ordered a replacement. I just ordered this exact same thing. How funny is that? Actually, not for that much more. Definitely not old or valuable, but adorable. Look at those little shelves. $5. Aren't those so cute with the little scallop? I think those are so precious and they're like super heavy duty. Yeah, I think I'm gonna get those for myself. This is a really pretty dish set. $5 for the serving bowl, $7 for the platter. Parisian by Royal Jackson. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Oh, they have a lot of great old dishes. It's pretty. I love this print. It's fantastic. Oh, look at this great mid-century pattern. Let's see what this one is. New Chelsea staffs made in England. Those are beautiful, aren't they? $3 a set. Let's move that one before it falls. So pretty. $4. Not for me. I'm not selling this kind of thing anymore, but man, those are beautiful. Oh, this one is so cool. $10. That's not a bad price. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dinner plates. Bread plate. This one's got a big chip. It's a really cool pattern, though. Roycroft stoneware. I've never heard of Roycroft. They're cool. Oh, I love this one. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. There were some dinner plates. Metlocks. $4 for two. For these two. Man, I don't need those. I'm definitely not going to sell them. Poppy Trail. Poppy Trail. Okay, I just had a butter dish that was Poppy Trail. I think there might have been multiple Poppy Trail patterns from Metlocks, if I remember right. Because I actually have one listed in my Etsy shop, but I might get these for me. The price is a little high, but I absolutely love that. This is a fun cheese board. Look at that trivet. That's adorable. $5. Man, I'm tempted to get this just to oil it up. But this kind of thing doesn't really sell great for me. The knife is gone. Oh, wow, that just popped right out, didn't it? The knife is gone, which I don't really blame them for taking the knife off, but yeah, I'm gonna pass. Salt and pepper. Oh, that's darling. $2. I feel like, I mean, I'm finding things. Look, I've already got half little card. I am getting this, by the way. But I don't know. I don't know. I'll tell you. Well, yeah. Oh, this paper towel holder is promising. It's up so high. Let's see if I can get it down. Yay, I got it down. All 5'2" of me. Now that I have it down, though, it's in pretty rough shape. Like it's coming undone, which is a shame because wall-mounted paper towel holders, especially that are vertical like this, sell really, really well for me. $5. That's too bad. Could I probably fix it? No, the wood is a little bit warped. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. This little pan is adorable. Look at that. Ooh, great big huge chip though. That's too bad. Finger hut, 1975. I love, 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 love that on the side. Adorable. Okay, what's funny is when I saw this pot, let me show you guys the inside. When I was walking by, I mean, I love this. I wish it still had its lived. I love that. But the inside is, right, seen some things. But I was tempted for a minute, $7, to get it just to clean the inside. Ooh, look at those chips, but it's not worth it. But boy, bringing that back to life would be fun. Ooh, look at this little record stand. $10. Oh yeah, that's definitely worth $10. I'm gonna get that for sure. My son and all of his little record collection. Now I'll have a place to go. This is interesting. For napkins, right? Yeah, I think so. $3. Feels new. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pass. Oh, this little swan sure is cute. That's adorable. Look at this balancing act.
So I was just looking over my things and I realized that these have chips. How did I miss that before? So I'm going to put these back, but I'm going to get the shelves, keeping those for myself. This like garland, what would you call this? No, but that'll be for sale on my Etsy shop. And then I think I might put this little mouse back. I don't know. What would you guys do? Would you get it? But then the leaf shelf, which is down here, let's see if I can give you guys a peek. You remember it, leaf shelf. That'll be for sale on my Etsy shop too. Yeah, I think I'm going to put the mouse back. Sorry, buddy. You're adorable. And of course, I'm keeping the record stand for myself.
Okay, so happy with my haul from that thrift store, but I don't know that my opinion has changed. Unless I just happen to have hit it on 2 bad days. The prices weren't bad, I didn't think today. I mean, some of it was high, but mostly it was so sparse. Like, I feel like it's very picked over, and so then it becomes like, is it worth my time? We have so many great thrift stores here, and so I shouldn't be complaining. But yeah, so I'm not sure. Also, if you're not from Omaha, if you're from Omaha, you already know what I'm about to say. But if you're not from Omaha and you're planning a trip of doing thrifting in Omaha, that parking lot is sketchy. That's what I was starting to tell you guys in the store, and then I thought, you know what? I don't want to say that inside the store because it's not their fault. But there were multiple people that made me anxious when I was in that parking lot. And I actually grew up not too far from there in a rough neighborhood. So it's not like I'm just saying this from, talking outside of the side of my mouth, but it's because I know. Anyway, so if you are going to go there, just be careful. The people in the store were super nice. The employees that work there are so nice. The cashier that was ringing me up was so friendly and sweet and helpful. He was really nice because I was trying to finagle the record stand, which what a good deal, $10. The wood, I don't know if you guys could see, it was in sort of rough shape, so I think I'll probably have to tweak it. But I was just thinking, we don't have a record stand, and we really should. My husband and I have a lot of records from our youth. And then our son, if you've seen our last few videos, I've gotten him some of the record books, like the old Disney ones. So yeah, anyway, so that was good. So I don't regret going there. I could see why someone would like it, but I don't think I'm adding it to my rotation. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And if I go back there again, I probably will go with my husband, just to be safe. Anywho, so now I wanted to talk to you guys a little bit about some of the... So if you're leaving and you're like, I don't want to hear about the stuff that sells great for you, bye. I'll see you guys next time. But the things that sell really, really good for me, it's a really common question I have. And the answer to that is the first thing is any sort of shelving that is made out of wood. Here in Nebraska, I see that kind of things. If you watch my other videos, I always snatch them up. Spice racks, wood, snatch it up. And it doesn't have to be like a mahogany, you know what I mean? Like some really valuable wood. It can be really any wood. And if it's in rough shape, I don't usually care unless it's coming unnailed or unscrewed, and then I'm like, okay, that's too much. But the value versus how much they cost here in the Midwest it's a pretty wide spread. Like I'll pick up something for a couple dollars and then I'll sell it for maybe $100 if it's like a large spice rack or shelf or something like that. So that's something I always pick up if it's in good enough shape. And it usually sells pretty quickly within a month or so. The thing that will sell... before I get to that, I just want to talk about oiling the wood and how important that is. So that's another question I get a lot. What oil do I use? What is my process? So I use a food grade mineral oil kind of exclusively. I don't usually use one that's specific for furniture because when I'm buying a bottle of mineral oil, I'm not just using it for stuff I'm reselling it. I'm using it in my home too. And I have butcher block countertops that I've had for 20 years maybe, and they're not sealed. Because I didn't want them to be sealed with a chemical in my kitchen. Does that make any sense? So as soon as we put them in, I oil them. Maybe once every other month, I'll take everything off the countertop, oil it. So what I do for my countertops is I oil it. And when you read online, usually people are like, leave it for half an hour. I leave it overnight. I've never had an issue. I leave it overnight. And then in the morning, I wipe off the excess. And sometimes I'll spray it with like Dawn and water, because that's all I use for cleaner. Just a little bit Dawn and water, because I'm old and cheap. So anyway, I spray it down just to take off the excess oil so that it doesn't seep. And that has worked for me for years. So when I started reselling wood pieces of furniture, I would just do the same thing. And I haven't bought one brand exclusively. What I'm using right now is just from, I think, Target. and it was only a few dollars. And so I can use it on my cutting boards, and I know it's safe on my cutting boards, and then on also stuff. And when I tell you, there is no greater, more satisfying thing than taking a super dried out piece of wood and oiling it. So what I do with like the shelf that I bought the other day, if you watch my video, I bought the spice rack the other day. I clean it, like I'll take gunk off of it, you know, cleaner, hot and water, and then I'll clean it off and then let it dry. And then I put oil on. Now, if it's not really gross, I might just put the oil on and use that to clean it too. So I'll leave it on real thick. Real thick. Sometimes I go do it. If it's super dried and parched, I might put it on nice and thick. If I come back and some of the areas have soaked it up, I'll put another layer of oil down. I let it sit overnight. And then in the morning, I will take like a damp cloth with just water, like a microfiber cloth, and go over it with that just to get off the oil off of the surface. And it just brings it back to life. Which you haven't tried that before and you have dried out old wood stuff in your house, do it. You're going to love it. You're going to absolutely love it. So yeah, so I'll link that down below, the mineral oil that I bought recently, even though again, I just look for food grade, food safe mineral oil. I have not found that any specific, like, fancier oil does a better job. I mean, maybe I'm wrong. If you guys know of another one, let me know. Okay, so that's the first thing that I buy and has a really good, the margins are fantastic. Now, I don't buy huge ones because shipping them is crazy. And I'm going to talk about shipping and my ideas about shipping and what I've learned in another video. Okay, so the other thing that I buy instantly, and you should too, if you're looking to make a profit, is any sort of, I'll put up a picture because I don't actually have any for sale right now, any sort of brass and glass, what can I think of what they're called, box, or like a small cabinet, the little cabinet ones. I mean, I will pick them up at Goodwill for maybe $4 or $5, and they sell for at least $100. So if you guys saw in my last time I was at Forever yesterday, they have a big, it wasn't a cabinet, what is it called? If I still have the video, I'll put it up. But they had it priced at $50, and I think that was priced low. But they're fair on their pricing, very fair, even for stuff that's valuable. But those kinds of glass and brass, which I know a lot of you remember from the 80s, I remember from the 70s, 80s, they are so sought after now. And I don't see those as often as I see like the shelving, but I see them, I mean, often enough. I grab them so fast. Just recently, I've sold some that were, sorry, strange car, that were silver and glass too, and those also sold. But I would, if I were you, I would be careful because newer stores have started to reproduce them, and those are not valuable. Usually they're not brass too. So if you carry around a magnet with you, I used to work with metal for my job for a long time actually. So metals actually has gotten to be, just because of my experience with metal, it's easier for me to tell what kind of metal it is, whether or not it's brass or not, even though sometimes I'm fooled too. Sometimes it's brass plate, it's not solid brass. Anyway, if you take a magnet, if the magnet sticks, it's not solid brass, if that's helpful. I carry a magnet with me. Those are my thrifting things I always have with me in my little fanny pack. I've got I have magnet and a measuring tape. Always. Yeah, so that's it. And I sell them. Oh, I will say this. I have the really big ones. I sold a really big one not too long ago. And they sell in a couple of days for me, always. And that's before I was on YouTube. They would sell so fast. But I sold a really beautiful one that had like etched flowers on it. And after the customer got it, she was super duper nice, but she sent me an email right away that it had broken. And she sent me a picture, and she wasn't even like, because that's something else I could talk about too, is people trying to pull the wool over your eyes. She wasn't doing that at all. She was super duper nice. But they're fragile. So that's something to weigh. And I had wrapped it really well, but still something that fragile. Anyhow, so those are the two things that I always, are the two types of things that I always pick up. I'm curious if you guys have. I'm very curious. Selfishly curious. What do you guys always pick up? What is your thing that you're like, okay, it's going to sell super fast. It's really valuable. I would love to know. Share your knowledge with the rest of the class, please. And that's going to do it for today's video. I hope you guys had fun coming along thrifting with me. We all know I had fun. So, slightly less at that last thrift store. But anyhow, I will see you guys in the next video.